It's honestly been a while since I've been able to get out here and film a full day like this. So, before we get into everything with the horses and ducks today, I do just want to say I'm sorry for the delay in getting another video out. Life has just been really full lately: exams, work, family obligations, and just trying to keep everything balanced day to day. And on top of that, Wisconsin weather has been all over the place: cold, rainy, muddy, then a tease of warmth, and then right back at it again. But finally, things are starting to warm up again, the ground is slowly drying out, and it really feels like we're finally turning the corner into spring. So I'm really glad to be back out here today, and I've got some updates with all the horses and the ducks to share with you.
There you are, Peach. Yeah, you're such a good pony.
Now that I have Peachy brushed out, I'm doing some groundwork with her. As you can see, I have a bridle and bit on her. When I got her, she was only greenbroke to ride and drive. Then she had Palace almost 2 years ago, and now I'm focusing on slowly picking things back up with her. You'll notice that she gets busy in her mouth, chewing, adjusting, and trying to figure out the feel of it. I just want to be really clear that this is normal. She's not in pain, her teeth have been checked and regularly taken care of. This is just something that happens when a horse is being reintroduced to a bit in contact after time off. I know that there are a lot of strong opinions when it comes to bits versus bitless riding, and I completely respect that people land in different places on that. For me, I try to make decisions based on knowledge, empathy, and what each individual horse needs. Right now, I'm using a French Link Boucher snaffle on her. It's something that I find fairly mild and stable in the mouth, and it helps her to start to understand again without being overwhelmed. I may also look for a more Mullen-style mouthpiece when I go to Midwest Horse Fair, just to explore what might suit her comfort and communication better. So I've now moved on to giving Boone some attention. Boone is just a bit more sensitive by nature, so I always try to approach him a little differently than the others. With him, it's less about doing a bunch of things right away and more about just slowing everything down. Reading his energy, giving him a second to settle, and making sure he feels like he has time to think. I usually start with just brushing him out and kind of letting him relax into the space. You can really tell with Boone when he's holding tension versus when he starts to soften. And I try to meet him where he's at instead of pushing him into anything too fast. To help him relax and settle, I also use a few alfalfa pellets as reinforcement for him. And I know people have different opinions on using feed like that in training, but for him it's honestly just a really simple way to help him stay engaged and in a good mindset. It's not about bribing him or anything like that. It's more like, hey, good choices, stay with me, stay thinking. And he responds really well to that kind of feedback. He tends to get a little in his head sometimes, so keeping things calm and positive really helps him stay present. Once he starts to settle in and you can kind of see his body language soften, that's when I know we can move into groundwork. And I always try to keep that transition really smooth. I don't want it to feel like we go from standing still to work mode in a sudden way. It's more like a continuation of the conversation we're already having. So once we're ready, we move into groundwork. We work on serpentines, changes of direction, and just overall responsiveness. Nothing too complicated. I keep it pretty simple on purpose. Because with Boone, if I add too much at once, you kind of see him start to overthink it and react. So I'd rather take it slow and let him be right a lot of the time. I want his mind and body working together instead of feeling like he has to figure out 10 things at once. I also like to use whatever I have in the round pen as obstacles or reference points. Today I'm using the mounting block. And it's not anything fancy, it's just there, so we incorporate it into the work. We'll go around it, turn around it, change direction off of it, just using it as something for him to be aware of in the space. And what I really like about that is it makes him think a little more about where his feet are. It keeps him mentally present instead of just zoning out and going through the motions. You can actually see him start to engage more when he has something like that to work around. And that's really the goal with him, not to rush anything, not to overwhelm him, just steady, thoughtful work where he can stay relaxed but still mentally tuned in.
Time to turn around, girls. Gotta go in for the night. Come on, duckies. Good girls. Alright. Speed it up a little bit, girls. We're going back in.
And once the horses are finished for the day, I move on to the ducks. They've got their routine down, and I'm mostly just there to gently encourage the direction we're going in. Muscovy ducks have so much personality too. They're quiet, but they're not boring. I'll be going to the Midwest Horse Fair soon. I'll be covering the events, filming what I can, and putting together a haul and some clips from everything I see while I'm there. So definitely keep an eye out for the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.